The NFL trade deadline is tomorrow, and the Kansas City Chiefs need to make a move. Let's talk about it. The Kansas City Chiefs are 4-4. They just beat the Giants, but it wasn't perfect and it wasn't very good. 2 turnovers, 12 penalties. Not what you're looking for to win an NFL game. Andrew Wiley and a 4th-round pick to the Lions for Deshaun Hand, a projected compensatory 5th. The Lions 6th-round pick, a projected compensatory 6th, and New England 7th-round pick. So it's really 3 6th-round picks and a 7th for Andrew Wiley in the 4th. And if you do the old way, which is Jimmy Johnson's way of the trade, that actually works out pretty well for the Lions in total numbers. Now that allows you to put Alex Okafor and Armani Watts, a defensive end and a safety, and the Lions 6th-round pick for Darius Slay and Anthony Harris. The reason that Eagles do this trade is Darius Slay is becoming expensive. He may want a renegotiation in his contract. The Eagles are rebuilding, and Anthony Harris is on the final year of his deal, so get something rather than nothing. Now you move to the Patriots. Ben Neiman and New England's 7th-round pick that you get from the Lions to the Patriots for Chase Winovich. Why does this work? Ben Neiman's a linebacker. Bill Belichick really likes his linebackers. 7th-round pick. Bill Belichick always likes extra picks. And Chase Winovich from the Patriots would come into Kansas City and give pass rush, which isn't something Bill Belichick isn't the thing Bill Belichick looks for in his defensive end. He looks for run stuffers, and if he gets pass rushing, then that helps as well. But his main thing is stopping the run and allowing the linebackers to get the tackles and make the plays. And for the defensive ends, just fill their gaps and do their job. Then that allows you to put your big package together, which is Austin Blythe and Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, along with the 5th-round pick, which could get you someone like Josh Allen from the Jaguars, the defensive end. And what really does this is you looked at the Jaguars play this weekend against the Seattle Seahawks. Pressure was in Lawrence's face all day long. You had Cam Robinson and Andrew Norwell on the left side who were playing pretty well. And off the right side you had their center, right guard, and their right tackle. Jawan Taylor would stay at right tackle, but you would plug in Austin Blythe and plug in Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, and you'd put a much better O-line together with 4 former Pro Bowlers from left tackle to right guard, and that would allow you to have a pretty good team. With all these trades done, there would be $4.3 million left over. You could trade for a guy like Marvin Jones, Terry McLaurin, or you could add Jarran Reed to this and trade for someone like Evan Ingram. Now you still would be $0.2 million over the cap, but you would have another tight end. And with how Kelce has looked a little sluggish this year, you could help him out and have another player where it would spread the field and give you a lot more intermediate guys, which is what all those 3 guys are. Terry McLaurin is the dream. Oh man, if this is my wish list, Terry McLaurin's on it. Marvin Jones is like, hey, this is reasonable, and this would be nice. And same way with Evan Ingram. Only thing with Evan Ingram is he would cost you $0.2 million over the cap, which you'd have to figure out. And you'd also have to throw Jarran Reed in there. And then those moves that I had just said with Deshaun Hand, Chase Winovich, and Josh Allen, that would allow you to move Chris Jones back into defensive tackle. So it would be him, Jarran Reed, Deshaun Morton, Derek Nottie, 4 really good defensive tackles, and that would allow the pass rush to be 8 deep, along with Frank Clark and Michael Diana, so really 9 deep, and that'd be a pretty good defensive line. Darius Slay coming in obviously helps out your cornerback room. He can travel with the best, or you can keep him to the side if you want to keep Ward to the side and Snead in the slot. It also helps that way. Anthony Harris would take Daniel Sorensen off the field. Ben Neiman being traded will also help. So a lot of those things would help out the Chiefs. Those 3 players at the end, you have $4.3 million left over. You can look at a lot of players. You can look at a lot of positions. I think that if you fix the defense with that, Willie Gay, Nick Bolton, Anthony Hitchens are your 3 linebackers, and maybe you put Daniel Sorensen in only in a zone spot where he has to guard a certain spot and does not do anything else more than that. Never in man coverage, and that you have fix your corners, you fix your safeties, you fix the D-line. Maybe you look at an offensive guy, especially with Derek Gore coming out well tonight. You have a few running backs who've looked well throughout the season. Tight ends and receivers, that's where I would look if I was able to do this. Or you could look at a backup center from one of these teams and throw an extra pick in there, that compensatory 6th-round pick from the Lions is still there, so you can look at a team and say, hey, give us your center, and we can give you the 6th-round pick. And then you would have $4.3 million, and that would cut down, or you could just sign Darren Lee and maybe be okay with the 7-man rotation with a couple guys on practice squad who you could elevate every so often.